kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all. Keep the flow.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go!
Jackson, option right. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Jackson, options out left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
And some room to roam now. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 64 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That's what I
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the slant. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, alert. 57 to Mike. 57.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, we have
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. This is caught. And he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run with Carson. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Here's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ingram works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Jackson, option right. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Ready?
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackle made by Rasheem Green. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Come get some. Come on, come get some. Here, one.
57's right.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But with only 2 more wild card spots, really some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6-3. They would be in as of right now. But the Rams, 5-3, Carolina, and whoever doesn't win the East out of either Dallas or Philadelphia, this is going to be a heck of a battle, isn't it? People are going to have an effect on this conference with every game that's played, maybe even teams that aren't in the conference. Because if you lose to someone, anyone, it could knock you out of the race. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
36 power.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Go ahead.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's second down. Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. Josh in Buffalo, Kyle in Carolina, Brandon in Denver. All 3 got the win. And, Charles, it's the first time in league history that 3 QBs sharing the last name won on the same weekend.
How about that? And I think for Brandon Allen, his first start as well, so not bad. Now, throw in the guys who have the same last name and their starts. Let's go to 2000. The Johnsons, Brad, Doug, and Rob. And
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Mike 58 right there. Come on.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Left. 10.
Now it's Carson, and an alley to run. The 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 41 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson, option right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Ingram again. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
On 3rd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant. Check 99. Check 99.
Hatchet. Hatchet.
Gun. Gun, gun.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run again with Carson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Carson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? This is Carson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. 4th down, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They run it with Carson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, and it's 3rd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Jackson now. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 48. And that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 15 yards. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 76 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that
one. Well, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson, option right. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more,